Hi everyone, my name is Junon. I have a health science background and I'm the author of the book Truth and Empathy, How to Find Your Soulmate. And I'll put a link to the book below. This video is about the importance of romantic relationships for different MBTI personality types. Most people have heard that romantic relationships is a good way to learn about ourselves and others, to bond and to feel connected. But interestingly enough, not all MBTI personality types want that level of closeness. And the way to know that is how much time, energy, money, attention they are going to invest in a romantic relationship. So what we can do is take the 16 MBTI types and group them into 4 main relationship styles. The first one would be the orderly feminine type. The second would be the spontaneous feminine type. The third would be the spontaneous masculine type. And the last one would be the orderly masculine type. So the relationship styles will tell you in terms of how much connection these people actually want and need. So if we look at the orderly feminine types, and that includes any personality type that has extroverted feeling in their first or second function stack, such as, let's say, INFJ or ISFJ. So these are these personality types. There are 4 of them. Well, these are the people who will invest a lot of time, energy, effort, and focus on their relationship. So they want almost daily contact with a loved one, especially if it's a romantic relationship and at the beginning. But these are people who actually can maintain that long term. So you'll see that there's not that of dip where after the honeymoon phase, well, they just lose interest. And they want that closeness. And as the relationship progresses, they want more and more contact and more sort of bonding with that loved one. By contrast, if someone has a spontaneous feminine relationship style, well, they are not that concerned of feeling that close to their romantic partner. So they might go through a honeymoon phase, but they usually don't sustain it long term. So these are the individuals who have introverted feeling in their first or second function stack, such as, let's say, ENFP or ISFP. So they're more concerned with being authentic in their romantic relationships or a relationship in general. So they will probably at the beginning of the relationship be close to the person, interact on a really good basis, but as the relationship progresses, they usually can't maintain that. So when it comes to the masculine energies, so if this a person is a thinker, so if we look at if someone has introverted thinking in their first or second function status, that these are individuals who really don't need sort of this emotional support or need to open up as much in terms of connecting on an emotional spiritual level. So they're very much left brain dominant, so they need space. So again, when you look at how their relationships usually evolve, is that they might go through a honeymoon phase, but very quickly they'll say, okay, well, I need space. I don't need to talk to you on a regular basis. I need my freedom to do what I need to do. So you'll see that usually they don't have these close soulmate type of relationships. They like the person, well, but the intellect is more important than the heart. So these are people who are very much independent and they focus more on logic when it comes to their relationships, and again, that has nothing to do with someone who's a male or female or their sexual orientation. It has to do with whether or not they are a masculine versus feminine energy, so if they're more empathic or not. Now at the other extreme, we have the orderly masculine energy. So these are people who have extroverted thinking in their first or second function stack. So these are the people who actually kind of struggle in their romantic relationship because they are very left brain dominant. So these are people who have a hard time understanding their emotions, let alone other people's emotions. So they feel kind of awkward. It's not their area of expertise. So even if someone is trying to, let's say, talk to them on a regular basis, they tend to be very reliable, reachable, but they don't connect well on an emotional level. So you'll see that even if, let's say, they do spend time with someone they care about, that time is not as much of a high quality because of the fact that they don't bond on this emotional level as well as the other personality types. So for all these reasons, I would say that it's important to understand when we are dealing with a person, which relationship style they are. So if, let's say, they are the orderly feminine type, so these are people who like a lot of intimacy, closeness, they're going to spend a lot of time, energy in their relationship, and they want that closeness. And it goes from that sort of level of intimacy to all the way down to someone who is a masculine energy and is the orderly type, when they actually struggle understanding, other people's emotions, and they don't feel this sort of connection, even if they spend a lot of time. So sometimes when it comes to relationship, it's not so much as how many hours, but it's first quality, then the number of hours, so quantity. So I think that it's important to actually understand these concepts so that we're not surprised if certain relationships don't work out. So it's better for most people to be with a person whose relationship style is the same as ours. So then we don't put undue sort of demands on them, and be able to meet us at our level when it comes to the level of intimacy and how much we really want to invest in a romantic relationship. If you enjoyed this video, please click on the like button, subscribe to my channel, and we will talk soon.